Consider Africa as a modern-day illustration. While the US and Britain have had a long-standing presence on the continent, they haven't invested significantly in infrastructure like roads. In contrast, China has made substantial contributions, financing projects such as Kenya's railways and highways. They offer low-interest or even zero-interest loans, fostering development. China's enduring commitment to Africa reflects its forward-thinking strategy. They recognized Africa's potential, home to the world's youngest population, and invested accordingly. Meanwhile, the US and the G7 have often overlooked Africa's development. It should come as no surprise if China continues to gain economics, though similar in some ways, differ significantly in terms of power dynamics. The United States, once the dominant global power, is now in decline, while China is on the rise. This shift has profound consequences for the world economy and geopolitics. To put it into perspective, consider this. In 2020, the combined GDP of the G7 countries was roughly equal to that of the Brics nations. Fast forward to 2023, and the G7's share of the world GDP has fallen slightly, while the Brics share has increased, thanks in part to the addition of new members like Egypt, Iran. China's economic growth over the past few decades has been nothing short of remarkable. It consistently outpaces the United States, maintaining a growth rate that's 2 to 3 times faster. In 2024, the IMF predicts China's economy will grow at 5 to 5.5%, while the United States is projected to grow at under 2%. This 3-to-1 growth ratio is unprecedented. What makes China's rise even more intriguing is its unique economic system. China has managed to combine elements of both private and public ownership, all under the watchful eye of the Communist Party. This hybrid system, often referred to as socialism with Chinese characteristics, allows the government to regulate various sectors, establish minimum wages, and influence income distribution. China's economic success is a model for many developing nations seeking to escape poverty and achieve prosperity. The United States' attempts to slow down China's growth with tariffs, sanctions, and political posturing have largely failed. The world is witnessing a significant shift in economic power dynamics. In the face of these changes, the United States has resorted to strategies reminiscent of the Cold War era. Instead of embracing the Chinese success, the US engages in confrontational policies such as trade wars, sanctions, and political propaganda. These tactics may have worked in the past, but they seem worthless now. History has shown that when a rising power challenges the established order, adaptation becomes crucial. A prime example is the United States, which emerged from British colonial rule to confront the British Empire. After 2 unsuccessful wars, Britain realized the need to coexist with the United States. It's imperative for the US to shed outdated policies and cultivate a cooperative relationship with China. This shift in approach, fueled by public demand and visionary leadership, is the key to a more stable and prosperous world. Consider Africa as a modern-day illustration. While the US and Britain have had a long-standing presence on the continent, they haven't invested significantly in infrastructure like roads. In contrast, China has made substantial contributions, financing projects such as Kenya's railways and highways. They offer low-interest or even zero-interest loans, fostering development. China's enduring commitment to Africa reflects its forward-thinking strategy. They recognized Africa's potential, home to the world's youngest population, and invested accordingly. Meanwhile, the US and the G7 have often overlooked Africa's development. It should come as no surprise if China continues to gain economic strength and influence on the global stage. The Brics nations, including Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have been steadily strengthening their positions, often in contrast to the G7. African countries are increasingly aligning with China and Russia, recognizing the opportunities and partnerships they offer.
Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of Brics. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
The balance of global power is shifting, and the future of Western powers, particularly the G7, appears to be diminishing. Sanctions, which were once considered a potent tool for exerting pressure, seem to be less effective as Russia remains resilient and continues to trade with Brics nations and beyond. The US has invested in Ukraine to apply pressure, but the effectiveness of such efforts is questionable, and it often involves significant taxpayer expenses.
Do you think you'll get the money you need? Do you think you'll get the money you need, sir?
So let me just, there was a single sentence that summed it all up, and I'm quoting him verbatim. Mr. Zelensky said, "If we don't get the aid, we will lose the war." That's a quote from him.
Was there pushback from Republicans in that room? President Zelensky, did you get a commitment from Speaker McCarthy to fund the war? What do you say to skeptical Republicans, sir? What is your message?
President Zelensky, what did you tell lawmakers who don't want to fund your fight?
We spoke about a lot of different questions. We were happy that senators, the Congress, White House, really United States, of course, first of all, people of America really support us. We supported from the first days of full-scale war and now together with us, and we spoke about everything, about support, about the situation on the battlefield, about our plans. I can't share with media all the details, but I think we had very strong dialogue with senators.
What do you say to Vladimir Putin? What's your message to Vladimir Putin?
I'm not saying anything.
What was your message to senators?
Senator Schumer, what was the message in the room?
A lot of questions. We had great dialogue. I'm very thankful to you, journalists, senators, Congress for helping us, support us. We spoke about so many details, but it will.
At present, the Brics alliance seems to be gaining ground, but only time will reveal the true trajectory of global power dynamics. The future of the G7 indeed faces uncertainties and challenges as emerging powers like China reshape the global order. This is Dalmar. Thank you for watching Rise Africa channel. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing it with others. Stay tuned for more videos.